This Paleolithic mammoth effigy is likely the most important Libyan desert glass archaeological discovery since King Tut's scarab beetle was determined to be Libyan desert glass, and that was produced some 3,300 years ago, whereas this would have been produced over 12,000 years ago. We have a wonderfully, beautifully flaked image of a mammoth facing right, and its eye is that large engraved slit next to what you would call its trunk coming down. It's the upper slit right here that's all been engraved in ancient times, in paleo times. This is all paleo workmanship. There's no modern workmanship on this piece, and thank God, very little modern damage. When it comes to modern work or modern damage, that type of situation stands out like a sore thumb on Libyan desert glass because it becomes a bright, shiny, glass-like coloration compared to this heavily, heavily patinated Libyan desert glass. This has been flaked, ground, and smoothed by our paleo ancestors, and you can see remnants of etching of the mammoth hair. Now, this is heavily patinated, and it's been likely on or near the surface of the Libyan desert glass strewn field in near the border of Egypt and Libya. But this is just an outstanding mammoth effigy. It's a story stone face and mammoth effigy. There's actually a face with this being the eye right here, and the face looking off to the back of the mammoth there. This eye right there, and then you've got the nose and the mouth and the beard down below of the face looking off from the back of the mammoth. You also have some fantastic imagery with faces when it comes to holding these vertically. This is the eye of the face. What an elaborate headdress we have above the eye here. This is a headdress, and then we have his upturned nose over here to the left. And that's a really good face image. We'll have another face this way. This is the older drooping nose face. Although this face here, this eye, this nose, mouth, wearing this great headdress, is now facing off to the left. See if I can get a hold of this thing. This is fairly large for Libyan desert glass artifact. The sellers of this Libyan desert glass, they don't know that these are effigies, and very few of them know that they're Paleolithic artifacts. Some of the Libyan desert glass dealers do know that many artifacts were made out of Libyan desert glass during the Paleolithic period. But that's a very cool face, nose, and mouth looking off to the back of the mammoth. And here's the eye of the more senior mammoth, and this is the eye of the baby mammoth. So you really have two images of a mammoth now facing right. When we turn it over, we have a great image of a baby mammoth. Here's the eye of the mammoth. You can see that the hair on the mammoth has been etched in all directions, not in one direction, all directions, all over the surface of this beautiful mammoth effigy, paleo story stone mammoth effigy. Now we have that mammoth with the eye right there, flaked out, facing left. Wow, what an image. It's just hard for me to fathom what great workmanship, what great stoneworking techniques were employed in making this. This was flaked all around, both sides, all around, and then it was actually etched and ground. You can see some modern flakes out of it. They shine like a mirror. Any type of modern work on Libyan desert glass, it's not ancient. And this has been washed. I wash these under dishwasher soap and water to make sure the water lays flat on them, just to make sure there's no surface coating on them or anything like that. But this is beautiful Libyan desert glass and just some fantastic face imagery. There's a good face looking off to the left right now with a great headdress up above here. And that little slit here is the eye. And we have another face looking off to the right. Just a fantastic paleo mammoth storystone face and mammoth effigy. Heavily, heavily, heavily patinated. You can see that the area between the front legs and the back legs has actually been worked. It's been all scoured in there to enhance that natural part of that natural hole, and they've enlarged that. They've flaked it, and then they've striated it. They've ground it. Now, I won't say drill, but something similar. They probably used an awl of some kind. I'm not so sure that Paleo-Indians were doing much drilling, but you can see that those are striated from ancient workmanship, and just a real outstanding museum quality mammoth effigy, paleo mammoth effigy made out of Libyan desert glass.